There's always more things on the to-do list than there is hours in a day, and that never stops for us. This was a Monday momentum session inside of the village, changing how we manage our relationship with the to-do list, with the reality that we never have enough freaking time. All of the productivity hacks, the calendaring tools, the new fancy notebooks, the sticky notes all over your monitor. Yes, I'm looking at my own monitor filled in hot pink sticky notes. As I say that to you, these things are not going to fix it for us. We need a tool that just takes it off of our freaking plate and tells me what the hell I'm supposed to be doing for the next 7 days, because that's the kind of time I have as a parent running a business. So I have shared inside of the village this exact training. I'm sharing it with you because it's introducing the Productivity Quickie and why it works, how many years I've tried to combat against this, and how I got to building the Productivity Quickie so that you can use AI smartly to manage your freaking capacity and plan your entire week in 5 minutes. Go ahead and get the Productivity Quickie. It's in the show notes below. Welcome to our Monday momentum drop. I'm so excited for us to be here together and for us to be able to move forward and create momentum in our business. I'm already seeing in so many of your intros that we're hitting these seasons of rough patches and where it feels heavy. These Mondays are going to be from my heart to yours on things that I know that we're all going through. The first thing we're going to talk about is the most important one, which is what do you do when you have more things on your plate than you have time? Because no matter where you are in your business journey or your parenting journey, this is our reality. And it's the reality that we don't talk enough about. It has nothing to do with beautiful frameworks and time management and time blocking. All of those are things that we're trying to do to solve the actual problem, which is there is not enough of us, our energy, our time, our focus to go around. So when you only have 30 minutes, but you have 10 things on your plate, what do you do? All right, get your pen and paper out if you need to, because we're going to start solving this once and for all. And this will be a topic we have to come back to over and over again. So this is just step one. But when you have more things on your plate than you have time, the first thing you have to do is be real with yourself. Just be real. We don't all have the same 24 hours in a day. We all have 24 hours in a day, but we don't all have the same commitments that take up those 24 hours. So you're not going to have 8, 9, 10, 12 dedicated hours towards working on your business or your dreams. There are going to be things that you're going to drop, both in business and in life. And the sooner we accept that, the sooner we stop beating ourselves up about it. So there you go. Step one, be real with yourself. Give yourself a little bit more grace. Step two, does all of it have to get done? No, it doesn't. There are a lot of times that we look at this list and we start writing and writing and writing. And we're like, I got to, I want to, I have to, I need to. But why? Are those things that you are prioritizing, are they moving closer to the life that you literally want to live? What do you want your business to look like? What do you want your family life to look like? What do you want to feel like, look like? All of those things need to be really, really clear. You need to know exactly what goals you're working towards so that you can ruthlessly say yes to things that support that, and you can unapologetically say no to things that don't. For a long time, my fitness was not the priority. So I wasn't one of those people who was getting up at 5 a.m. to work out in the gym. I was getting up at 5 a.m. to freaking reply to client emails and to actually get client deliverables done, because every time I tried to do them during the day with a kid at home, I couldn't get it done. You can prioritize what matters to you, and you can let other stuff fall. It's okay. You might miss your kid's school registration. You might miss a client deliverable by a day. But you can communicate that, and there's a lot more forgiveness in there versus doing what I do, which is when it's all overwhelming, I just avoid it. I don't want you to avoid it anymore. I want you to be intentional with how you're showing up and with how you're prioritizing your time. Next, I want you to stop being the person who makes decisions on your priorities. You're too close to them. Everything feels important to you right now. And so if you are the person making those decisions, you are going to just beat yourself up that you can't get it all done. And that's not sustainable, and that doesn't actually move the needle. Instead, it drags it way the hell back. So I don't want you to be dragging the needle back anymore. I have built the Productivity Quickie for you. There are some of you in this room who were meeting and getting our planning done in this way for a long time. But this was one of my sustainability factors. How do I take what I do to actually run circles around people who don't have kids, or run circles around people who just have a 9 to 5 and get more done in a day than they get done in an entire week? And it's because I am ruthless with my priorities. I let balls drop. I say no to a lot of things, and I say yes to things that make me happy, including sometimes telling my kids I'm taking a nap during the day, and I'm not going to be ashamed about it because it's what helps me show up better. So, the Productivity Quickie, because we don't have time to spend hours planning out our week. That is such precious time. So this sit down on Sundays and get your week planned, and they're talking about whipping out a planner and sitting there with highlighters and bullet journals and sticky notes and washi tape and all this other stuff. That's great, except that's not our reality. The minute I break out any arts and craft supplies, they get stolen by the kids anyway. And then the minute I try to sit down and do that, 900 other things need me. And so as much as I want to sit down and be obsessed with my paper planner, that is not the phase of life I'm in. So I've had to let her go. But instead, I built a custom GPT that takes all of the questions and steps I was going to run myself through for planning, and it does it for you. It starts with a brain dump. My therapist taught me this years and years and years ago, because I remember I was sitting in his office and I was like, great, you taught me a lot of good skills and I love that, but life is literally happening right now. This isn't made up stuff in my head. I just have more things that I need to get done than I have time or capacity for, and it's stressing me the hell out. And so he told me, the longer you keep all of that in your brain, the longer it's actually driving you crazy. And you think you have forgotten about it, but you haven't. Your brain is constantly running through your to-do list. Did I sign the permission slip? Did I pack their lunches? Have I gone to the grocery store? Did I pay that bill? Did I send that email to that client? Have I done this thing? It's constant until you get it out of your brain. So the Productivity Quickie starts with a brain dump. Get all of it out of your brain. And then tell the Productivity Quickie, what are your top goals and priorities for this week? If you are in a slow sales season and you need to close more clients, then that's what you're going to tell the Productivity Quickie. Here's my list, but my goal this week is I need to bring another client into this business. Okay, great. Now guess who gets to ruthlessly prioritize your to-do items to support that? Not you. But the Productivity Quickie does, which means you don't feel guilty for making that ruthless choice, because you're going to get a list back that says, okay, you get 3 things a day, no more. 3 things, that's it. I even heard on a podcast just yesterday, I was listening to a friend of mine. She only does 2. She calls it a to-do list, TWO, and she only allows herself 2 things a day. Because if you get those 2 things a day done, or the mine is 3, those 3 things a day done, you might be done at 10:30 in the morning for today. And maybe that's because that's the day you just need a break and you need to slow down. Or maybe that's the day that you're high energy and you just keep plowing through it, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But putting 12 things a day on your to-do list and expecting you're going to get them all done is setting you up for failure right out of the gate. And so once you have this list that's prioritized by your goal for the week, now you know when you are sitting down for our nighttime working sessions, you know exactly what to start on and exactly what to focus in on. Find a good playlist, put your headphones on, and get to it because you know what needs to get done. No more stressing about, well, I have 30 minutes. I could do this. I should do this. I might do this. By the time you run through all those questions in your head, your 30 minutes is gone. But if you took these 30 minutes and got 3 of the 10 things off of your plate, I bet you'll feel a lot lighter, you'll show up a lot more present, and you'll have more energy for the following day to keep it going. So I will drop the link as part of this Monday Momentum so that you can get into the Productivity Quickie. Some of you have already grabbed it. Let me know how it's going. I'm going to be making some improvements to it this week, actually. So as you get in there and play around with it, let me know how it goes, so I can make it even more effective and more focused for us. And just remember, balls are going to drop. It's normal. Even the best jugglers in the world, they still drop balls. So we're going to as well, and we're going to give ourselves permission that that's okay. All right, I'm around if you need me. I'll be back with next week's session. But in the meantime, stop stressing yourself about having more things than time. That is our reality. But we are human. We are not machines. And we're not going to keep treating ourselves like we're supposed to be machines. If this training got you fired up and you were like, yes, I freaking needed this, our village members have called the Productivity Quickie sorcery, then you need to be in the village with us. I'm not even going to be unapologetic or shameful about it. I will sell you into this community because I know it is changing lives. There are 38 parents in there with us right now and have rallied, have stormed together, have introduced each other, have made connections, and now we're getting ready to swap services and keep getting these trainings every single Monday. gabshays.com/thevillage. Also, it's in the show notes, because this is the community where every iota of your life is seen and celebrated and honored and space held for and cheered for. And let's just do the damn thing.